Federation versus Freedom by Baba Sahib Ambedkar. 5. 5. Strength of the federal frame. The existence in the country of one government which can speak and act in the name of and with the unified will of the whole nation is no doubt the strongest government that can be had, and only a strong government can be depended upon to act in an emergency. The efficiency of a governmental system must be very weak where there exists within a country a number of governments which are distinct centers of force, which constitute separately organized political bodies into which different parts of the nation's strength flows, and whose resistance to the will of the central government is likely to be more effective than could be the resistance of individuals, because such bodies are each of them endowed with a government, a revenue, a militia, a local patriotism to unite them. The former is the case where the unitary system of government prevails. The latter is the case where the federal form of government prevails. The Indian Federation, by reason of the fact that it is a federation, has all the weaknesses of a federal form of government. But the Indian Federation has its own added weaknesses which are not to be found in other federations and which are likely to revitalize it altogether. Compare the Indian Federation with the Federation of the United States. As Bryce says, the authority of the national government over the citizens of every state is direct and immediate, not exerted through the state organization and not requiring the cooperation of the state government. For most purposes, the national government ignores the states and it treats the citizens equally bound by its laws. The federal courts, revenue officers, and post office draw no help from any state officials but depend directly on Washington. There is no local self-government in federal matters. The federal authority, be it executive or judicial, acts upon the citizens of a state directly by means of its own officers who are quite distinct from and independent of state officials. Federal indirect taxes, for instance, are levied all along the coast and over the country by federal custom houses, collectors, and excise men acting under the orders of the Treasury Department at Washington. The judgments of federal courts are carried out by U.S. Marshals, likewise dispersed over the country and supplied with a staff of assistants. This is a provision of the utmost importance, for it enables the central national government to keep its fingers upon the people everywhere and make its laws and commands of its duly constituted authorities respected, whether the state within whose territory it acts be heartily loyal or not, and whether the law which is being enforced be popular or obnoxious. The machinery of the national government ramifies over the whole union as the nerves do over the whole body, placing every point in direct connection with the central executive. Not one of these things can be predicated of the Indian Federation. It is a dependent government and its relation with the people is not direct. The end.